Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So let's talk about the trailer that we got yesterday. This trailer is absolutely amazing, and I think my favorite part is around the point where the Commonwealth come in, like there's like a gate or door that opens, and then you see them all down there. They all have that black bag over their faces. And it's just the music that comes in at this point. It kind of plays off of the main Walking Dead theme, but it feels so cinematic. And then you get all the footage with Lucille. And then I just like the way this looks. Like if you actually see the way that she looks here, her hair isn't so green. Like that was one of the things that definitely threw me off with the other thing. Like this photo here, this was our first look at Lucille, and her hair was very green, like very green. And I know sometimes in filming you will wear different colored clothes, and when you do color grading and different effects afterwards, it'll pop out differently on screen. At least I know with black and white movies back in the day, they would do that normally. That's why when you see a lot of black and white movies in color, their clothes and the background and everything looks so off. It's usually like that, like a really bright burgundy red almost sort of thing. So I'm not exactly sure of why her hair was so green before, but it's definitely toned down here. And it seems like she has a lot of wigs. Like, it's not just this right here, like the green hair here. She has a lot. There's like red, but this trailer is just absolutely amazing. I want to talk about the Negan stuff in here because I noticed a lot of comments yesterday of people wanting me to talk more about that. So I'm going to talk about that first, but my other videos I do have planned. I want to focus more on Maggie as well because we actually see Herschel. We do get a lot of Maggie footage in here, and that is really important. I do think episode 17 is going to be heavily focused on Maggie. It is going to feel like a Maggie episode, and we're going to get all the other stuff too, but it's going to be from her point of view sort of thing. Anyways, before we go any further, I do have to warn you for spoilers, obviously, for this episode in terms of, I guess, just what we see in the trailer. And if you are new here and you want more Walking Dead content like this, reviews when the show does come back, just make sure to be a subscriber. I do plan on being live every Sunday. That is my plan right now, and expect that to happen this Sunday. I'm not exactly sure of the time, but I am thinking about around the time when The Walking Dead would air on Sundays. It also depends on hockey too, because I watch a lot of hockey. Like every day I'm always watching a game, and if there's a game I want to watch and it's on at nighttime, then I definitely have to watch it. So I might just stream before then, but if you guys want to have updates on all that, I'll definitely post it on Instagram, so just make sure to go follow my Instagram. That's just at MusicMan on Terrace Street. The link for it should be down below, or it could just be on the screen here. Anyways, let's talk about this trailer. So this shot here, I didn't actually talk about, I don't think at all in my last video, which is, it's a shot of Negan coming out of this burning house. He is definitely holding Lucille here. Like you can tell, like this definitely is Negan. The reason why you can tell is just because of it's the way he's holding his head, and it's the way his shoulders are, his back. And if you can see this in motion, you can just tell this is Jeffrey Dean Morgan here coming through this door. And the first thing that comes to mind is, first of all, I don't know where this is taking place. I don't know if this is in a flashback or if it's set in current times. I'm leaning more towards a flashback because I actually think they might change up a certain moment, but it depends. It really depends. This could also be one of the final shots we do see of Negan. This shot here is definitely from the ending of the episode for sure, in like the second half. For those that don't know of the comic and what happens in the Here's Negan series, this is very similar to that. What happens is that after Negan creates a second Lucille because his first Lucille was broken and this and that, obviously on the show he just lost it, so in the show he would create a second one sort of thing, but he doesn't want Lucille anymore and he's ready to just let that side of him die, and so he burns Lucille in this house that he's staying in, and he walks out, and then Negan is just changed forever, and that's the last time we see him. It just ends right there. He walks off. And that really is just that. This shot here looks very similar because he actually is holding Lucille. You can tell he's holding Lucille here. There's this house burning. He's kicking down the door, walking through. I can see him just dropping Lucille, walking off, and then that is just the end of Negan. Except it's not going to be, or maybe it is, and we'll talk about that right away. The reason why I actually think this is from the flashback and it is very different is because the hair almost looks like current Negan. It looks like he's wearing a jacket, and it looks like he might have the scarf and all of that, and so I'm thinking that this could be his and his wife Lucille's house, and you don't really get a shot of the house, so it's hard to say. All you really get actually is a shot here of Negan in this house, and it looks like it's kind of the same time, right? Like it looks like this could be maybe even current day Negan, and after he goes through this whole emotional thing here, he burns down this house, and then this is the last shot we get here is him just walking out. But he looks like he's clothed here, like, or he's clothed, but I mean, it looks like he's wearing a jacket here, which obviously here he has a blue shirt on or overshirt on, and yeah. So I'm thinking this is the house that him and Lucille are staying at, and it very much could be after Lucille's death, like he puts her down or something like that. He burns down this house, and then he walks out as Negan, right? Like the all-out war Negan, the savior Negan. And so I think that could be what we're seeing here. It's either going to be that, or this is the current Negan, and this is one of the final shots of the episode, and he has Lucille here. Maybe he throws it back in the house, or whatever it's going to be. This definitely is a very crucial shot, though, and I think when we watch this episode, we're going to look back on this and be like, yeah, this was a pretty definitive moment here. This was a very iconic scene for the character. So, yeah, I'm definitely really excited for this. Like, I can't wait to see what the decision is going to be at the end of the episode, but again, we'll talk about that in a second. There's this shot here that I did talk about the other day, which is this shot of Negan rescuing someone, and it is definitely him rescuing someone, because when you look at the shot of, I'm just going to call him Joe the Claimer, or Joe the Claimer's younger brother, because he looks a lot like him, but I don't know who this guy is here. At least I'm thinking it's a guy. It looks like a guy, like there's like bigger shoulders. So I don't know who this is, but Negan comes in and saves the day. This is definitely after Lucille died, I'm thinking. Like this has to be after she died, or maybe it's during, like Negan does leave during the day, but I don't think so. Just because it seems like Negan, at least in the beginning, is going to have a very hard time killing people and killing walkers even. And the reason why I say that is because in the table read scene, we do see Negan and Lucille having this conversation about what to do tonight, and she wants to watch a movie. But Negan's like, well, I heard them at the generator again. It's attracting a lot of walkers or zombies or whatever he says, and it probably isn't the best time to watch a movie. And then she gets a little annoyed by that because she wants to do that, but she does say, you can just kill them, right? Like they're not people. So she's talking about walkers here, which really correlates and relates to this shot here of Negan trying to fight this walker. He's having a very hard time, but his wife Lucille just puts the walker down because she's a boss. And yeah, it's really just as simple as that. So this Negan here is very different. He is very, I don't want to say weak, but he can't really kill, right? Which is, I don't want to say it's weak because most of us can't really do that, right? I mean, I think I could. If it was a zombie apocalypse, I think I could kill a walker. It might be weird though. I don't know. Like that's definitely, yeah, I don't know. The one question I do have is why does this walker look very old? Like, shouldn't the walkers earlier on look like very fresh? Anyways, Lucille takes care of this walker, and yeah, I think that definitely is going to be something that we see of Negan. And I think that when he does turn to the Negan that we know, it's when he becomes very cold and harsh, and that is after Lucille dies. That's kind of why I think this shot here is of that house. Like Negan, Lucille has died. He's burning down their house. Like he's I don't know if that was on purpose, but they were playing burning down the house in the finale, or the episode 16 of season 10. Is that an Easter egg? Kind of, maybe not. But I think this is Negan just shedding that former self, or his former, who he used to be. And he becomes very cold, harsh, and he's just going to take matters into his own hands. And that's why I think here, when he goes into the bar here, he kind of looks like he does here in this shot with the fire coming out of the house and stuff like that. Like he has the iconic Negan jacket on. He doesn't have the scarf yet. He looks very young. He has this gun. I do think he probably takes these people out here, and he does save whoever this guy is here. Whoever is in the chair here, he saves this person. I think it would be pretty amazing if this person was Dwight, or if this person was Simon. I don't remember if they actually showed how Dwight met Negan. I can't remember, but yeah, I guess it really couldn't be Dwight, just because the timeline of that is a little off, because that happens at some point early on in season 6, I think. Someone correct me down below, but I'm pretty sure it was in season 6 when like Dwight and Sherry, we see them in the woods and they have that whole confrontation with Daryl, but he's not with Negan yet. That happens after. So that's kind of impossible for this to be Dwight, just because of the timeline there. It really would make no sense, but this could be Simon. This definitely could be Simon, because we have no idea how they met. And that would be pretty cool. I'm not sure what the actor's doing. I'm sure they probably could have gotten him, right? So that would be really cool. Whoever this person is, I'm guessing they are going to have a pretty crucial role for Negan's backstory anyways. And so I'm hoping it's Simon right now, but we'll have to wait and see. We then have this shot here of Negan creating Lucille, which is just really awesome. He's wearing that like gloves, and maybe that's not even him. Maybe that's like no, I think that's Negan. Man, I really want to create a custom like Lucille bat. I really want to. I've been wanting to for a very long time, but Like, I've seen them in the stores, they sell the toy ones, but I actually want like a legit bat with real barbed wire around it. But the backstory here definitely will be a lot like Here's Negan that I'm thinking, at least in the sense that it does show who Negan became. It shows that we'll see Lucille, we're going to see what happened to her and stuff like that, how she died and how her death played a role into who he became, how he joined the Saviors, not joined, but created the Saviors, how all of that happened. It seems like with all of this bar footage here anyways, that's confirmation that we are getting much more than just Lucille and that backstory. This is going to be a proper Here's Negan backstory, and I definitely am really excited. I think it would be really cool to have a cameo from Simon or Dwight if it's possible, if you can do that in some way. Regardless, the ending to this episode, I think it's the finale to the season, and then we jump into the final season in the fall, right? I think this is going to end in a conclusion to the Negan and Maggie dilemma or drama. This is going to end all of that, I think. I think Maggie's going to come to a decision on what to do with him, and I think Negan is also going to come to a decision. And I really think it's going to be that he just decides to leave. And I think that really will be just that. Because I don't think Maggie's going to be able to accept it. I don't think she will be able to come to a conclusion with it, right? Like, I think she's just going to be like, it's either him or me. Obviously, you want Maggie around. And then just what do you do with Negan at that point? Maybe it is the end of him. But that's my thing, too. The reason why I'm thinking that this probably isn't going to be that, Gimple recently said that they wrote a lot of these episodes very quick. As soon as they got the announcement that there was going to be a final season and that they were going to do these 6 episodes, they wrote them very quick. And so the impression I get is that Negan does have a role in the Commonwealth arc. That's why they had to deal with all this right away, right? They had to kind of move things around, this and that. And so, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I hope we do get more of him. I do hope they change the comic story for Negan. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you do want more Walking Dead content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.